Oh!
That's right.
Shall I flip that up?
No, just hold it like that or something. Smile. Give us your best picture. One from the side, one from the... Dear me. I'm only doing this for a picture, yeah? Got it? Good. I hope you do well with it. Is one ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're doing a mock test today with...
Amelia breeding? Amelia? Oh, I thought you probably done that.
Right, tell me a bit about your driving history, Amelia.
I've had one test last summer, had one major, and I'm ready to go again, I think. Second time I like it.
Tell them what you feel for.
I failed for being on the wrong side of the road. No, I failed for stalling twice in a row and obstructing cars behind me.
When I met this young lady, very nice young lady, but her basic skills weren't working properly. She was moving off on crutches, her gear change were very aggressive and her braking was very aggressive. And all I've been doing is giving her loads of work, trying to get rid of, loads of help, sorry, trying to get rid of these bad habits. Hopefully they won't come back to deer. Have you any questions before we start?
Nope.
Now this young lady, she's going to win the £150. If she passes this, tell them what you're going to spend it on.
My girl's holiday in Split.
Yeah, who?
My girl's holiday.
She's up. Tell them where you're going tomorrow.
Going surfing in Portugal.
She's going surfing. Yeah?
Never surfed in my life.
Right, now because she's had a driving test before, I'm not going to go into the spiel. I just wanted to follow the road ahead at all times unless you're directed by signs and markings, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll ask you to turn, which I will do in good time. Can you see that all right?
Yeah.
Now, we've got one question before we start. I'm going to try and tax our brain here. I don't ask my pupils this one because they struggle with it. Tell me how you check your tyres have sufficient tread depth and how do you know it's safe to use on the road?
I would check to see there's no cuts and bulges, and that there is 1.6 millimeters of tread depth across the central 3/4.
Wow.
And the outer circumference of the tire.
Wow. This one's on form.
You will arrive at your destination at 11:10 a.m.
Right, it's time to go, young lady. When you're ready, if you just follow the sat nav.
Okay.
Right, so if you just turn left out of here. And at the end of the road, turn left. And at the end of the road, we're turning right. Now the sat nav should kick in from there.
Turn right.
Amelia, I'm being kind here, but I would have delayed this signal until you got level with the little side road, and then I would have applied the signal. Because imagine a car being there, and then you put that signal and it might pull out in front of you. So look for timed signals, but I'm not going to mark this one because it's sunny.
Johns Road.
When it's safe to do so, could you show me how you demist the back window? And could you pull up in a convenient place on the left, please? Thank you. Minor fault number one, Amelia. Stop trying to take chunks out of my tyre, please. The experts reckon the side wall of your tyre is the weakest part of the tyre. So keep your eyes on the curb when you're pulling. Drive on when you feel ready.
Road, turn right, A690. Turn right.
Minor fault number 2, Amelia. Yeah, this could have been a serious fault for you. I know we'd been waiting at the junction quite a while, but you've just got to stay calm until you see a safe gap. Why I've not given you a serious fault for is because I wouldn't have pulled out, not a chance on earth. I would have waited till this white car went past. When you pulled out, you realised you put your foot down and picked your speed up. So you did slow down a little bit, but not enough to warrant a serious fault. And going back to junction, Amelia, that parking brake should have been on sitting there that long. Pivot to the gas, not use. And when you see the gap, handbrake off, just gas and clutch up and go, yeah? Could you pull up close to the next park car, but leave enough room to move off?
Pull up close.
But leave enough room to move off.
Extra.
Please, behind it.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Thank you. Now you drive on when you feel ready.
Oh, God.
Minor faults number 3 and 4, Amelia. You don't look over your right shoulder before you move off. Had there been anybody in your blind spot, then you would have recorded serious fault straight away. And the other one is for stalling. Amelia, when that driving examiner pulls you up at the side of the road, apply that parking brake, select neutral, and cancel signal. Then you will say thank you, drive on when you feel ready, stick it in first and then do your observations, and especially that blind spot.
After 400 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
Serious fault number 1 for you, Amelia. Oh, Amelia, I'm not sure what was going through that big brain of yours here, but I would have just turned right here. Just turn right and I would have redirected you, and you wouldn't get marked for it. But you realise it's not the roundabout, so as you start to move over, then you look in mirrors. I've given you a serious fault for this because there could have been anything come to the left-hand side. You need time to react, Amelia. You can't just start whip across and then look in the mirror. That is not good driving skills. So I'm not sure what you're thinking there. You should have waited till the roundabout, the sat-nav told you where to go. It said it in 400 yards. Well, this is not 400 yards, is it? So you should have just listened to the sat-nav and try not to preempt where you think you were going. But yeah, Amelia, you should have just turned right. I would have redirected you and you wouldn't have gotten wrong for it. But that's a bit disappointing, Amelia. Dear me.
A691, Southfield Way. Right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit, A691, Southfield Way. Southfield Way. After 300 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the second exit, B6532, Dryburn Road.
Serious fault number 2 for you, Amelia. Amelia, you should have given way to this bus driver. You were on approach, he wasn't indicating, and you seen that, then he stuck it on. You did not see that. I like how you use your mirrors and that, but you should have spotted that he was indicating. You had plenty of time to give way to the bus, but you just overtake it, and when you go past, the bus driver's putting his hands up at me, thinking what you're doing. So yeah, Amelia, if you'd start to overtake the bus and he puts your indicator on, yeah, just keep it going. But when you got plenty of room to give way to, you should just be giving way to the bus, Amelia.
Go left on the roundabout and take the second exit.
Go left. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Minor fault number 5, Amelia. You overtake the cyclist, but it's only a 20 zone and you get up to 25, you realise and get it back down. Good stuff for the cyclist, because most learners would have just sat behind it and failed for undue hesitation. But Amelia, when you're following the cyclist, if it's only doing about 10, 12 miles an hour, keep about 1.5, 2 car lengths back, just left the centre. And then when you see the gap, check your mirrors, just get around without breaking the speed limits and give them 1.5 metres. But yeah, well done, apart from busting the speed limit. Serious fault number 3 for you, Amelia. Shame on you, Amelia, shame on you. 36 miles per hour in a 30. Had there been a speed camera there, that would be 3 points and £100 fine, unless you went on one of those speed awareness courses. Not sure why you done this, because when you come off the roundabout, I'm sure you clocked them 30 signs and you kept it 30 for a good distance, but then you let your speed creep up and you've done it for a good few seconds. I'm sure I read somewhere, Amelia, if you hit somebody at 30 miles per hour, it's the equivalent of falling out of a 3-storey building. If that speed creeps up to 37, 38, it's the equivalent of falling out of a 5-storey building. So I know which one I'd rather fall out of. On the left, please. Thank you. You drive when you're ready. Minor fault number 6, Amelia. Yeah, you didn't look over your right shoulder, dude. You need to check that blind spot. If I pull you in one more time and you forget to check that blind spot, then it's an instant fail. I'm going to let you off for pulling up close to the bus stop. I've had pupils get minor faults for this, but you weren't really directly opposite, so being kind to you. At the roundabout, turn left. Minor fault number 7, Amelia. It's very close to being a serious fault. It's like driving Miss Daisy. You know when there's no street light, no repeater signs, it's national speed limit. I would have expected you to get up to 50 miles an hour on this road into 5th gear. The couple of reasons why I didn't give it a serious fault was because the car behind did not overtake you. Had it overtaken you, then I would have given you a serious fault. And further along the road, you do get up to the speed that you do go about 40, 45, but very close to being a serious fault is. At the roundabout, follow the road ahead. It's the 3rd exit. Amelia, I'm going to give you a bit praisey. This is well done here. Every learner I've fetched down here does not look in the mirrors with the bus lane. Now, if you'd missed your mirrors here, I would have given you a serious fault, but I like how you used the dumber nice and early to build a picture. Well done with this. Now, Amelia, had you seen a motorbike coming down that bus lane getting bigger in your door mirror, or a bus or a taxi driver, then I'd expect you to slow down and let them get past. If you see a bus there or a taxi or a bike and it's not getting bigger, then I'd expect you to move over after the bus lane. But well done with this, Amelia, well done.
Second exit.
Number 3. Bit further. That'll do, just stop there. Okay, manoeuvre time. Like to pull up alongside the black car and reverse into palm position. Try to do it within 2 car lengths, including your one. Okay? Any questions?
No.
You cannot do it without me, you plonker. What are you going to do? Dude!
No, I was confused. I thought you.
What?
I thought you wanted to stay out there.
I thought I've seen everything. Right, could you do your parallel park, please? Go on, straight your stuff.
I'm gonna go forward. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yep.
That'll do for you.
Cool.
Yeah, when I first met Amelia, she said she's got a test in the end of the month. She hadn't driven for about 5 or 6 months, so she must have been a bit rusty down London. But I give her 5 or 10 minutes just to have a look at her driving. I was bouncing all over the car. It wasn't smooth. And I think she got offended by my criticism, but Amelia, it was constructive criticism I was giving you. I'm trying to turn you into a skillful driver. But anyway, we're trying to get rid of her bad habits. I thought we'll try and manoeuvre the day, so I has to do the parallel park. Well, she just pulled up alongside the car and just looked at the steering wheel. Well, learners, that's the worst thing you can do when driving a car. So I give her a technique and she just sorted it straight away. Now, Amelia, this is very good, well done. Bit more observation is needed. I like how you stopped for the pedestrian that was walking down the pavement. That was really good, well done. Accuracy, you straighten up just a fraction early, but doesn't look too bad on the video. But well done with this, Amelia. Remember, just a bit more observation. And Amelia, I don't know where the parents got you from. Trying to drive, I was trying to set my camera up, and she tried to drive off. She's just going to drive into the manoeuvre. Dear me, Amelia, go and see a doctor. You might drive one when you're ready. At the end of the road, turn left. Amelia, you made good work with the cyclist. You use your mirrors, you get your signal on. There was a junction to the right, but it was close. It's close to what it looks like on the video. Personally, I would have just put the lane changing signal on, let it click 3 times and it cancels itself. But what happens is you leave the signal on for too long. It doesn't affect any of the road users, so I've just given you a minor fault for this.
So we didn't. I think I block it out. The sound.
And then can you take the next road to the left? Left here?
Left
And
here.
yes, and drive it forward into a beer.
Drive into a big.
Drive it forward into a beer,
One of these.
please.
Is this part of the test?
No, just drive it in. You don't have to stop the car.
I don't think I'm gonna get it in there. Just, you know. I didn't try and get it in.
Well, that'll do. It's not part of the test. Turn the car off. Right, how do you think you're doing?
So, wait, is this on camera?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good.
So overall, I think I'm driving pretty well for
Yes, good.
all the criticism this guy gives me.
Constructive
Constructive
criticism,
criticism, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like a pretty smooth drive. Okay, you wouldn't say smooth, probably jerky drive, as Ked would say.
Have you passed the field?
Failed.
What for?
A few things I've suspected may have been fails.
Go on then. I should have
Yeah.
failed you for driving off without me in the car.
So, how many majors did I get?
3.
Okay. Yeah. So one of them.
Don't worry.
One of the was it a
on.
roundabout? I was like. One of them I changed lane very quickly at the roundabout. I think.
No, was it a?
I can't remember right
Right.
now. But I was aware at the time.
You were turning right at a roundabout, but there was a right turn before that. Can you remember? Now you went into that
Oh
lane.
yeah.
What could you have done there? Just
Could have kept going in that
what
lane.
could you have done?
Just gone right.
And I wouldn't have marked you. I would have just redirected you, told you that you've gone off
Yeah.
road. What did you do?
I went back. I realised my mistake.
Yeah. Well, if you're in there, what's the safest thing to do? Just
I
turn.
stopped, yeah.
Yeah, just turn right. I wasn't bothered. Second one. I thought you'd seen this, but you didn't.
Lastly,
Can you remember the bus?
I thought.
No, I like what you're doing. You were going to overtake, which is great. But what did the bus do?
Oh, it was indicating.
Right. So what should you have done?
Oh, just I waited.
You should have just held back behind the bus
But I
and let the
felt-
bus
yeah.
go on. But
I
now,
don't know.
if you'd start to overtake the bus and he puts his indicator on, what do?
Stop.
No, you keep.
Go.
But you were well back here. And then when we drove past, I looked at him and he's going. Yeah? So, I like what you're going to do, but as soon as that indicator on came on, I would have just held back there.
Okay.
You got that?
Didn't know that would be major.
Yeah, you've got to give way to the bus. But if you start to overtake it, he puts the indicator on, just keep going. And the last one, you were doing 36 and the 30. Yeah? Right, we're going to do some
I won't
fixing.
count that one.
Hmm?
I won't count that one.
Have any questions before I turn that off?
No. And better luck next time. See? I really thought the 150 would be mine. We can put in montage of me going with the money because I really thought it'd be me.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff there with the cyclists and that, overtaking cyclists. Some really good stuff pulling off smoothly at roundabouts. Sometimes,
I did well for me.
yeah, sometimes you're pulling off on clutches which you felt horrible.
It's fine.
And you know when you do your rolling fast,
Yeah.
stop looking down at the gears when you do that one. Go on, then off you go, let's go. I'm going to leave that in when you try to drive off. Why did you do that? Well,
Like and comment
you what?
if you do the same.
You like